Hey folks, ARCHMAN here. Just a little talk about the Griptilian, alright? Probably the #1 talked about knife on the internet, and for good reason. It's, affordable and a US made, Benchmade, alright? And that means a lot to a lot of people, even folks who don't know that much about knives, cutlery, stuff like that. So, fantastic offering here from Benchmade. Stand by. Ooh, that's hotter than I realized. Hot coffee. All right, so yeah, 65 bucks, man, brings you a United States made, Benchmade Axis lock, which is really good. You know, a lot of folks might consider $65 a very expensive knife, but I'm here to tell you it's not. Especially, given my criteria, and that is pretty much has to be a United States made product, unless you're talking like Victorinox or something along those lines, and that's just all that's available. Because, ladies and gentlemen, one of these days, if you don't support United States made products, they will disappear. Just like a pretty girl, ignore her and she will disappear. You ignore United States made knives and they're gonna go away. And that's just the facts. I mean, affordable, obviously companies like Strider, Chris Reeve Knives, they're not going to go anywhere because they have a niche, boutique market. But this is not a boutique knife. I mean, maybe some folks might consider it that, but I don't. I consider this just a fantastic, high quality user knife, all right? And that's what it is. This is kind of a knife for the user, the layman type person, all right? So 65 bucks, that's not breaking the bank, considering, a comparable like Columbia River knife is going to be like 45 bucks, made in Taiwan. You're going to spend $20 more and you're going to get a fantastic, United States made product. And there's a lot of benefits to that. If anything should ever happen to this knife, it's a Benchmade. It's a blue box Benchmade, and they're going to take care of you. They're, no questions asked. Benchmade is phenomenal. They don't ask for receipts, and anymore I don't think that the warranties even cover the initial user. I think it covers the knife now, so that's phenomenal. Kudos to you, Benchmade. Good job, guys. I mean, that's awesome. I wish more people would do that. Anyhow, so what you get for this your 65 bucks is a polymer handle. That's kind of the most standout thing about this knife, in my opinion, is right off the bat, if you go checking this knife out at a store or when you first open this, coming from the mailman, first thing you're going to notice is it's pretty plasticky feeling, And one thing I will say about the mini grips is they're not as plasticky feeling, just because they've got the liner goes all the way through. All right, so they're a little bit less plasticky feeling, and they're not for me. The ones that I've had, I've given away, and I bought grips for gifts, and it's the best freaking gift knife I think out there. Anyway, about this knife, this is the 550 HG, and the reason I chose that is because I feel like it offers the best of the Griptilian line, and there's so many flavors in the Griptilian line, it's just outstanding. So the 550 HG, as you'll see a few other reviews online, offers the Spyderco style round hole and the hollow ground blade. And I don't really care about hollow grinds all that much. What I really want out of a knife is a thin grind. All right, so if you look at this, you'll see a super thin grind on that guy, and that's awesome. The Ritter grip, I've handled one of those too, just in my local brick and mortar store. It's also wicked thin, and also 40 bucks more. And to me, when you can still get the thin blade, the thin grind in the 550 HG, the 40 bucks for S9 or S30V is not worth it, in my opinion, just because I don't feel that's a specialty steel. I mean, it's abundant in the market these days, but at the same time, it doesn't really offer. The ratio is whacked on S30V, in my opinion. because edge retention versus maintenance is not worth it in my opinion. The edge retention is better on S30V, sure, but it's also a bitch to maintain. Spyderco's S30V, in my opinion, is an exception to that. They do just a tad softer, but it still has all the the carbide matrix that offers the edge retention even when it starts getting dull, and that's just weird terminology. But 154 cm also, it's my favorite. It holds a wicked edge, and it's also not impossible to sharpen. It's actually, all things considered, because I'm so used to S30V on the Sebenzas and things like that, 154 cm, I would, in my opinion, in my usages, is actually easy to sharpen. Plus, it doesn't get dull very fast. And I like it. It's my favorite. My favorite steel here on the Griptilian 550HG. So yeah, there's no real cons to this knife other than the plasticky handle, and I wouldn't consider that necessarily a con. Just kind of, it's my opinion that it does feel a little plasticky, but it's time proven. It's a time proven product. The Griptilian's been out for a long time. So what the composite here is Noril GTX, and that's just a fiberglass reinforced nylon. Basically, if you look up Noril GTX online, you'll find that it is composite plastic, which is a fiberglass reinforced nylon, that is actually made and trademarked by General Electric. So it's just whatever their version. They have a little bit maybe different mix in there for their fiberglass reinforced nylon. All right, so good stuff. I mean, that's what Glocks are made of. That's what there's a lot of things that are made of this Zytel type material, and it's time tested, proven product. It's really good in the cold. It's heat resistant, chemical resistant, all those things. Just a rock solid product. So I wouldn't worry about the plasticky feel. I mean, it is what it is. Space aged, right? So yeah. Basically, one of the main things I wanted to do this video for is because I feel like the Griptilian is the #1 gift knife that you can buy, and not necessarily the large, but the mini grip is just awesome. I mean, I've turned a lot of people, or just a few people that have never even considered carrying a knife on them, into folks who are like, really see that it's a great thing to have. And it's in this day and age, there are so many people that expect everything to come to them sliced and diced and in a perforated package, and that's not who I am. I don't want that. I want to buy raw materials and make things for myself, and I don't expect any more than that, and I don't want really any more than that. And so I need a product like this, and I carry one of these kind of gadgets all the time. And I'm a big believer that folks, folks watching this video, you should whenever you're buying somebody a gift, it should be a knife. It should be a nice pocket knife, and the Griptilian offers that in a whole lot of ways. I mean, almost everybody, even folks who've never carried a knife, they know the Benchmade name, and they know that it's outstanding quality. And you buy them the mini grip, and they're going to carry it just because it's cool right off the bat. It's a neat gadget, and then they're going to discover that it's a fantastic tool as well. So I highly recommend it. And one of the reasons I picked this over like some of the US made Spyderco offerings, like the Native, is just the nice gift package that it comes in. You get the sweet box, and you get the nice little pouch and all that stuff. Good literature, and Spyderco kind of drops the ball on that. It's not important to me, but it really kind of sells it to people who wouldn't necessarily be knife people. So yeah, Griptilian is fantastic, guys. Leave me a comment. Please rate the video. Drop me a line. Questions, comments, concerns, smart remarks. And thanks for watching the video, guys.